All right, we are up and running here. We're in Detroit Rock City, Michigan, home of Motown and well, whatever else you want to call it. So, but we thought we hit the music and missed it. There we go. So welcome in Northwest Flight 481's on the line here, A46, I think it is. Getting ready to depart, head up to Toronto. So I hope y'all enjoy the flight. Our Twitch folks have been here from the beginning with the flight earlier from Reno to Phoenix, and now we're headed up to Toronto. X-Plane 3 with the new weather radars. Currently looking at the radar map, there really isn't anything between here and there but a few clouds. So beautiful flight, but unfortunately not a good showcase of the new system. So you want to see that, take a look at the last flight. We had some good working radars. Even the flight prior to it that we did last night, LaGuardia to Andrews, check it out. You'll see at least some really good weather. We didn't get many returns on the Zebo radar. All right, now ToLiss has not updated their aircraft yet. However, I believe, and you all can correct me on this, I believe their aircraft had capability with radar prior to it where we did get returns. Many of the aircraft did that, but I can't remember if theirs did or not. So all right, so let's, I'm going to just use this one real quick and start kicking away some stuff here. Now, when you put things in auto, what's going to happen is basically it's going to go and get rid of them. Now, these trucks will not return once we park, set the brake, turn the beacon off. However, the baggage loaders will come back, as will the main door open. They come in a sequence: back door, back, then the left door, then the front. So it's kind of a neat little cadence, but yeah, that happens as long as you keep them in auto. If you close it, they're not coming back. It makes sense. So, but we have the ToLiss A319 flying for Piedmont. Bear with me a second. I just realized something I forgot to do. Piedmont virtual and American virtual off. Okay, so now I guess I could flip-flop those. Oh, I was trying to figure out why is it missing half of them. Turn that off. You know, I got everything else that I wanted to accomplish done during that interlude there with you, Twitch, except this. There we go. All right, so easy peasy fixes. But now we're doing the Detroit to Toronto. So hopefully y'all enjoy the flight. And the route for today is pretty simple, actually, and it's not a long flight. We're going to go on the Zeter 4 TANKO to APDAX, then the number 6 APDAX arrival. It's a short haul, folks, which is cool. That's what we were kind of looking for here. All right, so let's get up in the cockpit and get this bird airborne. What say you? All right, y'all heard the fire warning tests. And I'm just checking in. Clear that off again. All right. Now, couple of ways to take your sim brief information if you use it, or whatever's giving you your load information, unless you're just going, let's just throw that many people and that much fuel in. Well, to get it into the plane, you can only do it a couple of ways. You can use the a 4-scene ToLiss ISCS screen. The one I like, actually, I feel a little more, it's more aircraft driven than, an external view, if you will. And that's these little menus down here. If you click MECH mechanic, you're going to get 4 or 5 screens of things you can do, like your fuel and your cargo. In this case, baggage. Well, kind of, sort of. I'll explain that in a minute. Over here on the ATT or attendant, you can open your doors, arm your slides, which really it doesn't do much, and set your packs load. Just make sure you click load. Same with the cargo. Otherwise, it won't change anything. Then come over, click weight and balance, and reset to current, and you'll see what you got. The other way is this ISCS button, which you can enable, and I forget which one it's at. I think it's aircraft and sim, but if it's not, it's settings and account. And you just basically say, yes, I want it on the EFB. Also, you don't lose the other one. So you have a lot of different ways to work the plane. All right, so let's continue on. I'm going to go ahead, crank it up the APU. Just waiting on flight start. Now, unlike Zebo, unlike ToLiss, the people boarded when you set that. Okay, it wasn't like they're going to delay them and then they come. They're immediate. Your fuel, however, when you set it and click request, there'll be a fuel truck to come out. A fuel truck will leave when they're done. So at this point, you can actually start your ACAR system, which I'm doing right as we speak. Question to those of you that use VAMSys and Pegasus: do I have to restart that every time for each flight, or can I leave, like if I'm doing multiples, can I leave Pegasus up? Once I finish the flight, click end, leave it up, click bookings, and go on from there. I've never tried it, and I've just curious if any of you have ever done that. But we are up and running on Pegasus. Okay, flaps open, so we can go back up. Hang on, let's just click there, and we'll start it and continue on. Okay, spoilers are up, down, not armed, flaps up, cockpit door opened and unlocked. Everything's set good. Throttles move. Landing gear lever down, 3 green. And just waiting on the APU to come on. That is why I don't switch the IRS here. It's something I kind of do, well, you'd have to do with the Fearless 747. So I kind of take that trait here. There we go. Now we're on the generator. Probe heat's off. Now I'll move it. And basically, if you have Fearless, the theory is when you establish power to the plane, be it ground power, or if you fire up the APU and the generators, if you go on ground power and start your alignment, you can fire up the APU, turn the bleed on, but do not switch to generators until your alignment's complete. Same with if you're on it, you need to get on the ground power. Keep it on the APU gens until you're aligned, then you can switch. It's a potential of where you could lose that little quick click of electricity that could be enough to keep it out of alignment, just enough to give you a KAL event back in the 80s where they got shot down in Russia. Yeah, it happened a couple times. One for that, and then the other Malaysia flight that got shot down not too many years ago. Okay, let's get down here and align up this beast. Okay, let's go to first off, 4 September, 10 October. Why is this saying, oh, never mind. I'm reading secondary. 25, there it is. Whew. Like, why is it not updated? I just did it yesterday, the NavGraph update. And by the way, you know, we've been talking a lot about X-Plane 3. X-Plane 12 version 3. Boy, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it X-Plane 3. I know any job offers that X-Plane 12 was going to hand to me just got thrown out the window again. You know, what can I say? But anyway, yeah. With all the talk of that, we forgot to let you know NavGraph's updated. So if you like, and VATSIM loves us when we are up to date with our charts, even though they're not, that update occurred yesterday, and the next one is 1 October. So, or in that vicinity, 1 or 2 October. Okay, so, well, I know our cost index is going to be different. So hang on, SimBrief. Where are you, cost index? Oh, no, it's not. 6. That'll work. All right, and you know what? Let's bring SimBrief in real quick for a quick brief, and then we'll get this plane set and ready to go. All right, SimBrief's up. You can see, I don't know how long Toronto Center's been up, but they're up. We'll catch them pretty quick after departure. Today's flight will be 25,990 pounds. Now with ToLiss, take this kind of with a grain of salt. We're going to be in that ballpark, but not necessarily dead on. We'll have the 115 peeps, but everything else is kind of as close as we can get. Kind of like the real world. Blocked fuel scheduled 10,017 pounds. And a zero fuel weight of 115,983 pounds. We're all in the ballpark of that. I think we're 10,400 on the fuel and 946 for the zero fuel weight. So we're real close. All right, cost index, they're showing 6. We're showing 7 on the system. We'll take it, 31,000. How many miles is this? Something tells, well, 255. I'm not sure if they're going to let us get all the way up or not. We'll see. But we'll plan for it. Weather, Detroit, Rock City, winds, we said it earlier, 230 at 18, gusting to 29. Definitely feels like fall. 72 degrees. Just a beautiful day here in the Rock City. Motown, as some of you call it, 22 degrees Celsius. Down in or over in Toronto. We'll talk about the ATIS here in a second, but also winds very gusty there. 210, 19 gusts to 31, 15-mile visibility. However, we are going to get some clouds over there, so we'll see how that all looks. 4,700 feet broken at 10,000. Hopefully airfield operations will fix the sky by the time we're there, and at least the clouds won't be broken. All right, for the ATIS, they are saying use the approach 24 left, and the RNAV for 23 will be used. Simultaneous parallel in effect, so they're departing on the left and somehow parallel departing on the same runway 23. I don't know how they do that, but hey, they're Canadians. They're Canucks. So and we are Quebec right now. All right, so ATIS basically just gives you an idea what the airport's doing. Now, unfortunately, Canada, you can't easily get, now if you have something like ForeFlight or that, I think you can pull in ATIS's from anywhere in the world as long as you got an internet connection. But for flight simming, it gets difficult and you have to go the hard way. So, all right, so let's pull this out and get going. All right, so we got our initial information in. The only thing I haven't done is gotten our alignment lined up 100%. Let's, I don't know how much time I have. 3 minutes, so I better rush. You know what? We are in a '47. Okay. Yeah, A47. All right, so we need north 4212.6. We're at 7, so whoops, wrong way. And then we need west longitude 8321.4. So north 4112.6, 8321.4 west. Perfect. Align. Get our wind. Return. And when we align in 2 minutes, we'll be ready to go. All right, sorry, just getting my charts program back. That was helping me there real quick. All right, now we're going to go over to the EFB, and we're going to go use the left arrow or right. Either one will put you on the fuel prediction page. All right, 116.0, that's cool. 28.7, so /28.7. We're going out of here with 10.4. On the fuel, numbers will change a little here and a little over there, and then from here to flight planning. All right, so we're in Detroit. Let's bring it in right now, charts. Again, departure, we don't have VATSIM, so we're using real world. Depart 21 right. Before we do that, where's 21 right? Those not familiar, it's not that long of a taxi. We'll come up, Gulf. Let's see, what is this? Come up Gulf, over on Victor, up on Mike, all the way to Mike 6 for takeoff. Okay, real simple. So that works real good. Clear the primary out. Let me just grab it over here. Clear. Okay, now for the departure, we're doing the Zetter for departure. And we're punching out on the transition to TANKO. TANKO is right there. Wait a minute. Bear with me. Is Skippo one of ours? Okay, I see what they're doing. So TANKO. Zetter. Curious if we'll get that. Oh, we do. Cool. Okay, so 21 right's our departure runway, our SID, and our transition. Okay, now I put the nav display, and I've got that, should be showing up fairly decently over here. So you can watch as we step through. Now you use the arrows instead of a little step on yours right here. And this will allow you to look through your flight and make sure you don't have anything outstanding, like just all of us because you typoed it in wrong or something that shoots at 1,000 miles off route. That happens. Trust me, I've done it. Or you've trusted an entry and it actually is going back to it to go far. It's just some weird things I've seen out there. So it's always best to catch these on the ground, especially short flights. Okay, and APDAX is the start, we said, of our next, our star. Our standard terminal arrival procedure is number 6. Number 6 arrival. And where is APDAX? Okay, I don't see it. That is always nice. Where is... Oh, there's APDAX right there. Okay. Click the arrival airport. Click arrivals. Now, remember, here's our real world VATSIM. You will not get real world here. You will only get if VATSIM's up or IVO or Pilot Edge. We are wanting the ILS 24 left. Oop, back to truck up. Okay, ILS 24 left. Hang on. I am going to go ahead and follow this. 24 left. Let's go with taking it all the way out so you kind of see what it's going to do. Okay. Now, let's choose it. Was the Nuber. Okay, and we're going VIA is now. VIA is going to be the transition on your approach, not your star. Okay, so we're going to come in via Cetra for now. Why? It's just extending it out as far as it can so they whatever they tell us to turn in, we can go direct or do it ourselves. And APDAX is our transition. You guys over in Europe, gals and guys, yeah, I know you guys don't see this much. Most of your departures would have been like the APDAX, whatever number 224. So, but here a lot of we do is one fix for all of them, and then transitions to that fix. You all do the same, it's just you number and name them differently everywhere else in the world. But double check it. So we're going to the ILS for 24 off Cetra. That's our transition for the ILS. We're using the Nuber 6 off of APDAX. Insert. Boeing would have taken you to the beginning. We continue on from where we were. I like that about Airbus. Nuber. Everything's looking good. Brocto, Pengo. We're on the wrong one. We need that one. Ah, there we go. Yeah, they have seat again. Welcome. Wait a minute. This is still not right. There we go. Because it was lining us up for the 3 3s. So yeah, you got to look for the right one. There's 3 different Nuber 6s, which that makes it very complicated. Don't worry, you guys got them in Germany too. So don't think this is, oh, this is why we don't fly here. Nuber, Rocktow, Pengo, Buttum, Virgo, Marode, Denki, or Dekni, sorry, Davno, Dulno. And now we're going to have, this is what you're really looking for, discontinuities. This can really throw you off because you're going to continue on. Now, we had a couple days ago where we continued on and they forgot us, kind of like ATC does on default. All right, and there's Cetra, and there we are coming in. All right, and then we'll keep the discontinuity for now. Lizdu, Kirix, Ment, and then the runway. Okay, missed approach is going to Petvo. And then our alternate is out to Trenton. All right, perfect. Back to flight plan, back to ARC, close it. And let's get rid of this. So that, folks, is how you should put your flight plans in. I highly recommend it. It is so much better. Catch a mistake here than 200 miles into your flight. Here you are sitting 25 miles out. And oh my God, happens on your FMC. Yeah. Nice to catch it here. All right, next up, we're going to hit NavRat or RadNav. Everything's set, ready to go. And perf. Now, there's a couple trains of thought here. You can do it right from here. Or I like to do it from here. The only problem is you never know what METAR they're using. So we're going to take off 21 right. If that number is wrong, hit reset. It's whatever you set in your McDo is what it will be here. Now your winds. That does not look like what I saw. So I'm going to hit reset. Unless something major happened here, that is definitely not right. And that very well could be X-Plane 3 messing with it. Uh, 23 is the temp here. And 2974 now. Okay. Bear with me a second. All right, something changed. 2374. All right, and on an 8,400 foot runway, plenty of room to stop. We'll use Flex 69. Okay, now just come over here, hit uplink. 2974. Yeah, the temperature you can't change. 250 at 21. Yeah, I know, I hit the wrong button. Okay, now, if you were taking off with other than what your flaps 1, I will put in this box flaps 2 or 3, whichever you're going with. Now, click take. Don't worry about flex right now. Click takeoff request, data request. I wait for it. I know you all get impatient and just go right in, which is fine. You're not hurting anything. All right, takeoff data, click, clear. All right, now if we go toga, these are our numbers. Now click flex, and it should say 69. And then our numbers, 131, 130. Oh, I hate when I do that. 131, 131, 133. Just a slight change, not worried about it. And all looks good. And a quick run at black box. He may or may not have this one. He does. All right, all we're going to do is adjust our thrust reduction and acceleration to what he has here, 1650. Engine out. Which one are we on? 2-1 right. 2200. All right, so that is going to be our flight today. Last up, let's set the center here. So we've got flight director on, LS constraints. All that's going to tell you is show on there what your constraint is for that fix. Then you've got VOR, VORs, and then you set your arc and your range. Okay, dots mean managed, so this will be taken care of by the flight management system. And our initial climb on the Zetter is 17,000. Wow. I look at this more religiously yesterday or the day, yesterday. I was rushed because of not knowing the SID and getting things re-entered. And literally a rebrief in the cockpit of the departure procedure in real world. So it's a pretty major gaffe on my part. But in the sim world, just slap on the wrist and away we go. All right, so we want to set the first officer to that. We'll stay on performance. And let's get rid of our, I call it brigade.
These clouds look so good.
Yes, they do. That is Godspeed on Discord, folks. All right, let me get here, make sure I haven't been neglect in getting things pulled down. All right, here. Go ahead.
Good news is I remembered to fire up smart cars. Bad news is I forgot to fire up VATSIM.
You can fire that up anytime.
Oh, you can?
Uh-huh.
Even if you're like...
Yeah. And then
5 miles away from the airport?
And then push the start button. Yeah, it'll record you. It just won't give you an accurate flight time that I know of. It'll tell you how bad your landing was.
Minus 700, 800.
Times 10, well, you know, hey.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, I do those too.
On final, when I was about to go on final, my internet decided to die. My connection just went bloop.
Oh, that sucks.
So and I got a new follower, probably followed me because I right after he followed me, I was saying hi to him, and my internet just died on final, and it was just like, and I tried to reset itself, It did, but then it said nope, we're not again. We give up, and then we just went. It just died. So I guarantee that gentleman will follow me. Oh well.
It's okay. A lot of people been on following me.
Yeah, well.
All right,
He
doors
apparently. Oh,
closed.
go ahead. Anyway.
And one last look. Do we have ATC? No. We do in Toronto, though.
You know, actually, I probably should actually stream because a lot of people left X-Plane and went to Microsoft. I bet I could do that.
Yep.
Maybe I might do that tonight.
Duluth, that means we've got one more person taking our people away from us.
How dare he?
Hey, you know what? If it wasn't for you guys, man, I wouldn't have been streaming. So that's
Yeah.
why I look at it.
Yep.
Right.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, I might have took a viewer away from you guys, but I mean, you gained a viewer through me, so
Yeah.
it all works itself out. That's just like the other day when I was driving home. I thought I lost my hat and landed in the back of my truck. World works in mysterious ways, man. Nothing? Okay.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
All right, let's see. Do I still have the chocks on? I think I do. Yep. Okay, and now we'll disconnect everything outside. Cool thing about parking on this side, you can only go one way. If you click the right thing. Doggone it. Get off the screen.
You know, somebody was telling me the other day that I don't know if this is true or not, but I mean it kind of makes sense. So like if you skydive right through a cloud, like it can hurt you.
Yeah, there might be a
Yep.
bird or a plane there.
I mean, like, well, I meant like the precipitation wise, like the rain and stuff.
The
The
Wayne.
rain, yeah, the rain,
The Wayne.
yeah, the rain.
Falls mainly in Spain. In the plane.
Great news, Captain. Your
The
tow's
rain
coming.
is-
Like how fast you're falling.
Don't
I don't
know.
know. I found it
Never
kind of interesting.
skydived. Never planned to jump out of a perfectly safe airplane.
Oh, you know you're going to jump out of a plane when you're 80.
Nope. Unless my wife runs up, tells the captain, kill the
All right.
engines.
Looks like the doors and hatches are closed. so
Then
we're
I'm
ready
right
to
out the
connect.
door with a parachute.
I heard that one of those vet guys did it, man. Like from World War.
DB Cooper.
I was just like, man, that's awesome, dude. Like,
Oh,
he's
that was
just a
George
number,
Bush. A lot of them from World War II did it. George Bush, I think, also did it in war. Jumped out of his plane.
I mean, like when he was like in his like 50s and like
Yeah.
high up there, like that's just awesome, man. Like,
And then you had a notorious criminal, DB Cooper, do it with a bank heist.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
yeah, I didn't know that.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any bad weather right now. I did see yesterday. I did see it yesterday though when I did flight.
Yeah, the clouds are definitely looking a lot better. Yeah, friendly players back. Welcome aboard.
I don't know. I only see like a couple little ones right now in my game. I saw one yesterday, man, that looked like a nuclear bomb. Oh,
I hope you caught the midpoint of my flight over Prescott.
I don't think I did.
2 huge thunderstorms each side of the plane. That really looked good.
Just
I
about
gotta
done
go
here.
back
Go ahead and
and
set your parking brake.
usually I go back if I don't catch your streams.
And
Like
we're
I'll go back
disconnecting
and
the
watch
tow.
it the
Give me
next
just a
day.
moment.
I took a screenshot, don't worry.
You're like, you're going to look and you're going to like it.
Friendly player, no, I do not have the 777. It was one of those that I really liked. But you know, I'm just so enamored with still flying probably my favorite, the 747-200, that it's hard to switch off of it. But yeah, back in the FSX days, ooh, I flew the heck out of that with PMDG. Okay. Where are we on this? We're getting close to...
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
So at the 747's the queen of the skies. Does that make the A380 the king of the skies?
No. I actually do not know what the king of the sky is. Hang on a second. Something weird just happened with... What the heck?
Yeah, I think he lost your internet connection.
No, that I haven't lost.
Oh, I did for a split second.
Although my drop frames went up. Oh. I got disconnected from VATSIM. Yeah, I had the same thing happen to me. Yeah, mine did too. Sorry about that, friendly player and everyone else out there. I just realized basically I had it with the PMDG back in FSX days, but I do not have it as we speak right now. We need 135,000. I've thought about it, but just haven't pulled the trigger on it. Really love flying the Queen of the Sky, the 747-200. Somebody was mocking it. That's why my internet went down. So I'm gonna may have to fire up now DCS and go after him. Okay. Detroit traffic, Northwest 481 taxi to runway 21 right. After we do some checks here, APU going to go off.
Hey, I put enough fuel in my plane today. Gonna make it after all.
Sure.
Well, I did it through the way you told me to. That's because I'm used to doing it the other way. I put it into the menu ToLiss thing.
Yep. Works every time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oop, wrong one. There we go. All right, let me get some things set here real quick. Trim for today up 04.
It actually took fuel out of the plane too, which was actually pretty cool to see.
As long as they didn't spill it on the ground and the crash trucks had to come out. That was my first ground emergency with my air guard unit. We had a defueling of a C-130 that overfilled the fuel truck.
That would actually be pretty cool if they made a mod like called out the, like if you knew you were gonna have like a bad crash or something, like call the fire trucks out to the runway.
Yeah, that
or
could
on
be
the grass
neat.
of the runway.
Yeah, but for me, they'd have to always just be on line standby and just waiting for me.
I mean, me too. Sometimes I get saved by the water. It depends on the airport.
Land in the water instead of the runway?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm supposed to land on the runway, but I end up in the water.
That's usually go around time.
I don't believe in go arounds.
Usually I don't either, but in that case, yeah, we're going to be punching it. Or punching out, one of the two.
I wish that there was a way to. Is there a way to like get rid of fuel while you're in the air?
Yeah, it's called fuel dump.
Like you could do that?
Most of these airplanes you can. I've never have done it, but yeah, you just dump your fuel. Let me see on here. Fuel dump.
Zoom in if you find it.
Most of these aircraft, you're not gonna have to dump. The heavies, you might. For instance, you take off, say, LA to London. You're going to be over landing weight. And if anything happens, yeah, you're going to have to dump fuel to get down to 630,000 pounds. Or, on top of your issue, do a overweight landing, which means get ready to float down the runway. I don't see it right now, but yeah, I'm sure there's a way to dump if you need to. Because there are emergencies where it's advantageous to dump. Right, here we go. Double check. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Double checking that we did start Pegasus. "10 minutes later after the report, he's taxiing. Well, good night, friendly player. Again, nice talking to you on the first flight. Appreciate it. And have a great night over there in Yup. All right, let's see here. So basically, we're going to go straight ahead, kind of angle off, and then work our way down to 2-1 right. But I have to say, the default scenery looks really good.
Yeah, I'm actually using it right now. I forgot to fire up.
All right, we're going to kick the radars on. He says.
When you go and start doing some helicopter flights?
When
Never?
I haven't actually, I might try one just to see if I need the cyclic and all of that, because I have not had any luck with what I have flying a helicopter in this.
So you had about the same luck as I have.
Pretty much I can, you know, take off, but hovering or any of that's almost impossible. Now, they said something about an auto hover or that. Don't know. Oh, man, I thought I switched over. Hey, here's Victor. They're calling it, I think, hotel. Maybe it is. Oh, it's Victor. And then we'll turn on Mike. Okay, again, real quick recap. 131, 131, 133 for V speeds. We're going to be departing Zetter 4 off of using Zetter 4 to TANKO. So, whew. And so Toronto is still up. I do know this. It is Montkin Monday, so they may be up and getting ready for that. I don't know when that would start. Probably 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern, which we're getting close to, so. Okay, transponder. Let's get that transponding. And it is. Radars are on. Brake temperatures are good. Engine mode. We'll go to ignition. And everything else set, ready to go. Ooh, look at that windsock. Ooh. Fun takeoff ahead of us, probably. Detroit traffic, Northwest 481, departing 21 right, Zetter 4 departure. V1. Rotate. Gears up. Going to autopilot.
I gotta start finding places with bad weather.
Southeast is usually a good place to find it. Oh, now, oh wait, I'm in the wrong area. Okay. I thought Cleveland came up. I'm like, really? Okay, flaps coming up. And ground spoilers to D-arm. Other place right now would be Prescott. Aforementioned, we saw that on our approach. Other than that, I don't think there's much out there right now. This is kind of a calm time in the U.S., typically.
Yeah, it rained yesterday here, and today it was dark, but
Then the sun came up.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, what is going on here? Don't know. Okay, we just hit one of the constraints out here, 7,000 below at surf, and then we'll start climbing on up to 17,000 after surf.
You got like the same clouds I do.
Well, if you're in Michigan, that's what, and Canada, that's what we have.
I left from Orlando, and I'm going to Asheville.
This may be one of those days they don't have much weather down there. Doesn't happen often, but it does every so often. Yeah, there's nothing out on the West Coast. Now, if you, okay, I'll give you one area. Kansas City, well, no, come up in Wichita. KICT.
Okay.
Fly to St. Louis or to Kansas City. Shouldn't be too long of flights. Moline has, what is that? I have no idea what's controlling Moline. I know Peoria actually falls under St. Louis approach. Ooh, that looks kind of neat. Nice clouds. Nice clouds. Be nice to us.
Wow. Wow.
Thought you'd like that. All right, we're supposed to head up to 31,000. So let me reset for that. My guess, ATC would probably keep us somewhere in the mid to upper 20s, but they might let us go all the way up. I don't know. All right, we're still trying to make it to the initial altitude. But we're going straight for 31 now. Cleveland and Senta says to descend and stay at 19,000. That is Auto ATC talking. Now it's 21,000.
I just programmed my my landing
I can't yet. Get up into cruise, then I'll do it real quick.
I figured it's better this way. So like when I get on VATSIM, I'd be used to it. Putting in my route.
Oh yeah.
So that way if they try to, you know, say, you're not landing on that runway, you're landing on this runway.
That's when it gets fun. Make sure our arrival hasn't changed. Romeo 24 left. Okay. Well, looks like center went down. That or they had that internet outage we had. Let's check over here. Duluth told me something to watch for. Yellow meant something, and I think that meant they were going down here shortly. We'll find out. We'll keep an eyeball out.
I'm going to go grab some dinner. I'll be right back.
All right, 29.65. Temperature 22. Their winds 220 at 22. Diagonal 22. Decision altitude for our runway is 200. All right, so if we get off there, shoot, I don't even know where we park over here. Yeah, we'll go to 130. 130. Well, I don't know. Let's try Charlie 7. How about that? 27. Okay, top of descent, 19 miles out. All right, we'll start our back down to 21,000 and actually I'm going to set 11,000. Oh, Elevatex showing rain over Toronto. Ooh. Not saying we'll see anything on radar here, but you never know. All right. Well, it's going to be a work in progress till ToLiss gets the update out. Rocto is our fix coming up after. That will be 11 to 15,000. Enjoy the flight.
You guys ever get wings?
Chicken wings?
Yeah.
I mean, every so often. I'm only a drummy fan. I really don't like anything else. Chicken thighs, now that's a whole different story. But drummies are the only thing I really like. Why is it a chicken wings night in the household?
Well, I mean, it was yesterday because of the football game, but we had leftovers.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't watch football.
Well, you should.
Huh?
I was like, well, you should.
Nope.
I was just kidding.
Nope.
Everybody's different.
I ain't gonna watch a bunch of overpriced crybabies play a game.
If I like hockey, I feel like you get your money's worth.
You might, yeah. I used to love listening. I can't watch hockey, not because of what goes on in the games, but I could listen to it on the radio, especially when Jack Buck was calling for the Blues. He just had a way to set the stage on radio that I don't think many announcers know how to do. You could literally, in your mind, by the way he describes the field, see the field. Which never is a good thing when you're driving an 18-wheeler.
Right.
But no, I don't get into professional sports anymore. It's just way too overpriced for a bunch of crybabies. Don't realize the blessings they have, and will never. Two 965. Okay, altimeter set. Let's make sure seatbelt signs are on and wing lights. Okay. By the way, up ahead's a thunderstorm. Could be right on our approach path. But no, I don't get into those anymore. I watched, I was around when the NFL struck and the replacement players played. That's when football became football again. And then the movie came out, and oh my God, did I laugh at how true all of that was.
You're talking about the replacements?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
And just all around, from Keanu Reeves and Jack, was it Jack? Gene Hackman. Just hilarious. And that basically set the stage as exactly what the kind of football players are today. Where they said it's not a sport, it was girls don't play the sport. Yeah, they do now. So it's just sad to watch. I still think you throw Mean Joe Green in front of a quarterback, he'd rip their head off, and then they go, he broke my fingernail, throw a flag. Just really ticks me off to watch the way football's been just torn apart. And then people say it's still just so great. No, it sucks. Go back to the days when Lynn Swann flipped over his back catching a ball because a guy tackled him.
I'm literally like trying to eat a wing and not choke at the same time.
So
Because
baseball's
so
the same
true.
way. Baseball, I mean, when Major League came out, that spelled it 100% what Major League really is, a bunch of wusses. So I'm sorry, they suck. And they can't count, they have no clue the blessings they have. And it's a shame. I really hope they strip everything from McGuire and Sosa and Bonds because they don't deserve what they won. All right,
I don't
11th.
know. A lot of people up about P. Rose, but I mean,
I mean,
I think he should get in the Hall of Fame.
he should have been in the Hall of Fame compared to those three.
People have done far worse in baseball than gambling.
Yep.
So if there's one man that knew the game very well, it was Pete Rose, man.
Mm-hmm.
The head king.
Amen.
There's nobody that loved baseball more than that guy right there.
That is a very true statement. That baseball strike in '94 sealed their coffin with me that I would never watch baseball again. That was the biggest bunch of crap I've ever seen. And I don't care what side you want to play for. If you thought the owners were right or the players were right, I didn't care. It was stupid what happened. Take a World Series away because of that. Total garbage. So, anyway.
Oh, wow.
That's my take on professional sports. They can all go, and that's as far you can fill in the superlatives after that.
About ready to miss my airport again.
That's what you get for eating and flying, dude.
Yep. And talking about great stories.
All right, what is CTAF into this airport? $118.7. Oops.
I need to fly something else. But like all my flights lately have been Allegiant.
I don't think they'd complain.
I mean, I would hope.
Well, it depends. Now, how bad are you hitting the ground?
Well, that depends.
Well, I can affirm right now we are not seeing radar returns here in Toronto. So that is definitely not working in X-Plane 3, but it was not expected. I just couldn't remember had we had returns before. But we got some great clouds in front of us. Matter of fact, a great thunderstorm right in front of us. Yeah, somewhat.
If you go down on your panel, is your WXT on?
Yeah. It sure is. Let's go to map. What the heck? Let's see what happens. Again, not updated. And definitely not updated. Okay, back to WT. I'm wanting to look at that. Wow, that's not bad.
Not land like that. Just kidding. Think you could land from that?
Do what?
You think you could land from that view of the wing?
No. But I do know that's my airport right there. We're slowing to 210. What's our final approach numbers? Cetra at 3,000. We'll start that on. We'll start down now. Well, let's get through this storm. Wow, that really looks good. As we go in. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and begin our descent. All right. We are approaching. Let's see. We're going to need to turn inbound here soon. Okay, where is Centra? Cetra is a 16-mile final. Okay, approach speed 130. Got it.
Well, go around for me.
Why would you go around?
Because I didn't make my airport.
Oh. Spoilers, arms, seatbelts, ignition, landing light. Currently 14 miles out. We'll keep the gear up at this time. Till we see the runways. Toronto traffic, Northwest 481, just off Cetra on the 24 left arrival. Okay, brakes set. Flaps are at 2. Still don't have the airport in sight. Toronto common traffic, Northwest 481. Fully established to 4 left.
$2,500.
Okay, got the runways in the distance. Okay. Got a prediction out there, folks. Exclamation mark, predict, space, and a negative number. Got a few more, about another minute or two, and we'll be on the runway. Okay, we'll try for Delta 2, Delta 4 for our exit. I'm about to take over and
1,000.
see what I can do on my own.
But I was getting pretty excited there for a second. I thought I seen a bird, but no, it's a hot air balloon.
You see those, I don't. Well, that's because I don't have them turned on. And Toronto traffic, Northwest 481, short final, 24 left. Boy, that is a wind and a half.
300. Above.
Landing.
Minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Well, Sim Toolkit got us at a good number. It looks like Delta 2. Delta Dawn. Toronto traffic, Northwest 481 exiting at Delta 2 to the Charlie parking spots. So we'll take Delta to Bravo. Now let's take Charlie. I think that's this one. Okay, here's Bravo. Alpha Juliet's where we'll come off and find a parking spot. Excuse me. All right, well, we are taxiing in. It's been a fantastic day of flying. First flight here on Twitch was Reno to Phoenix. Boy, did we have some storms for you on there. Showed up on the Zebo screen, everything. Really, let me make sure. Alpha Juliet. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Just making sure I didn't miss it. Then we just finishing up the Northwest flight from Detroit to Toronto. Alpha Kilo and then Alpha. All right, I hope you all enjoyed all of it. It was actually very fun to fly. Great controller in Phoenix. Would have loved to have tried the controller here, but they have probably been on quite a bit today because I had seen them earlier. Charlie 27's where we're headed.
Minus 133.
Nice. I think I was somewhere in the 280s.
That was actually pretty. Yeah,
Did your jaw end up on the runway behind you?
Well, I mean, I was going faster than 200. I'll tell you that much.
Sometimes it works.
I used all that runway.
For those just tuning in, this is X-Plane 3 with the weather updates and the weather radar updates. Now, the weather radar updates only officially apply to the default aircraft. So we're talking the 737, the Airbus 300, anything that uses the G1000 flight automation, as well as the King Air and Citation. So 10. Yeah, I already can hear. We've had the Citation 10 from the beginning of X-Plane. So don't want to hear it. You know, I changed my mind. C26 looks better. So, and we've had an A330 from the beginning. That was another argument I had with another one of those from that side of the house. Brakes set. And we're in. Let's do a quick shutdown here. Hang on a second. Clear. Clear that. Clear that. Now, we won't call it an argument. We'll be nice. Call it a discussion. With basically negative connotations to X-Plane. All right, so shutdown. We've got the APU running. Wing lights can be turned off. Okay. And now the engines. Okay. Hang on, we'll just let the oh, wait a minute, let's get some chocks in here real quick. And here comes what I call the brigade. There's the first baggage loader. Then they'll open the main door, and then the other baggage loader will come in. So again, welcome to Toronto. ToLiss should have updates whenever ToLiss gets them out. But yeah, they ought to be pretty cool. I know the 330-900, the weather terrain and radar tilt are disabled, I believe. I believe that's what was disabled. And they even said until 3.0 comes out. All right, we are by Piedmont Virtual 184. We'll take it. And just like to look at it while I'm here, what the points were that I gained, because we're not at a, what?
No points.
Okay, what's up here? Oh, livery. Okay. Well, it's Northwest. All right. So, yeah, we did good. Got 220 points out of it. Not bad. I don't know why this FAMSA system is the way it is, but hey, you know, you gotta have livery. Probably every bolt has to be accounted. No. It is what it is. That's what I signed up for. So, you know, it is what it's gonna be. All right. But we can look at the other systems. Starting with Elevatech. Now, this part, oh, there it is, of Elevatech is free. I don't believe in paying for anything in these systems. There is nothing worth my dollars. So that's why it doesn't bother me. And then the updates, I don't have to. We had Duluth Fly on earlier talking. You had to constantly restart this, that, the other. I've only had to do that once or twice in the last month or two. So, but I also do not have the premium version and will not have it. Like I said, I don't believe in that. So, oh well. All right, so as you can see, we came off Delta 2 here, but what we're more focused in on is where we landed, and it looks like right at about 1,000 feet down, off to the right a little, 98 knots. That's a little slow, but they got us at 184 1.3 Gs, so I'll take it. It's a win. Jack Buck would say, that's a winner. Making sure there's nothing more important on it. Nope. All right, so I'm going to get that shut down. Now let's bring Sim Toolkit up and running. All right, you can see there 296 at 98, 1.3. So the between 180 and 300. Hey folks, that's a great landing. We'll see how it pans out. These livery things. It doesn't matter if you're with Pan Am Virtual, American, or Piedmont, and a whole bunch of other airlines. It just kind of gets under your skin. And, oh well. You know, and I'll get over it tomorrow. Anyway, complete the flight. This will give you a lot more information. My guess it's going to want us on 2-4 right. Always seems to happen. Survey says, oh, we're on the right runway. How about that? We landed 1,300 feet down the runway, 8 feet off the center line. That, folks, is definitely a winner. What did we say? Winners. Got a chicken dinner coming for them. 300 feet a minute, 98 knots. That part, I didn't think I got that slow, but I guess I did. 139. Boy, nailed the landing area on that one. So, overall, a great flight. I want to thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike. As always, it's a pleasure to fly. As we kind of pan around, see if we have any more weather to look at. I hope you enjoyed the foray of X-Plane 3 today. X-Plane 3, I did it again. X-Plane 12.3.0. Boy, I have been stuck in a rut saying that. Looks like Air Canada 70 Charlie is doing something way out there, high speeding it. So I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back either Sunday or for sure Monday with a couple more flights. Who knows? Godspeed may join us again. Depends if he's able to or not. So y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you Sunday or Monday. God bless and enjoy. First off, the beautiful weather if you're here in the Midwest, and 2, enjoy the weekend. See you Sunday or Monday.
I see a Denver flight, but I don't see Wichita or anything. Yeah. Vegas.